Okay, there you go, sweetie. Safe and sound. You want me to drop you off somewhere?
Oh, no, that's okay, thanks.
Well, are you sure you already had your driver send Jack home?
Well, yeah, I'm going to stay here at the hospital and wait for Ford to wake up so I can talk to him.
Gosh, I hope that Ford wakes up soon for Marco's sake.
Who cares about Marco? The important thing is if Ford tells the cops that Hannah tried to kill him, then maybe they'll believe me that she's framing me for pushing Marty.
What does Taya think about your theory?
I don't know. She hasn't had a hold of me. Some lawyer. You'd think that representing your client would be the most important thing on her mind.
Is this going to take long because I have 2 high-profile criminal cases that need my attention?
No, I just want to review your progress.
Oh, just cut to the chase. Am I dying soon or sooner?
Well, so far, there's no significant change in the size of your tumor.
So the answer is sooner.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, David.
Oh, David. What on earth is going on here?
Dorian? Sweetheart, when did you get here?
Is 4 a crowd?
I never thought I'd be saying this, but this is so not what it looks like.
Au contraire. This is exactly what it looks like.
Oh, no, I'm sure there is a perfectly rational
Thank you.
explanation.
Vicky.
Yes, Vicky. We're all ears.
Well, thanks again for last night.
You don't have to thank me for loving you.
Okay, I take it back. Well, how can I not thank you? You gave me my life back.
Well, then I guess we're even.
Okay, I gotta go. But hopefully later on I will have some good news. I love you. Bye. Hey, do you got a second? Kelly?
Jessica.
Hey! You're working here?
Oh, I guess we really haven't gotten around to having that talk.
Well, you seem pretty busy at Bo and Nora's wedding. How long have you been working here?
A while. Todd hired me. You know, when you were...
Being a self-involved teenager?
You are better now. Mm-hmm. You can be a self-involved adult.
Let's hope not. But I do have to ask you for a favor.
Sure. How can I help you?
Do you know where my uncle is?
Todd is out, which is actually very good because I can get some work done without arguing over who gets which desk.
Oh, so what is it today? Celebrity meltdown, political scandal?
I am putting a final polish on a piece about the Lambda University teacher who was assaulted.
I read about that.
Yeah, well, there's more to it than meets the eye. Not that he deserved what Mark Rivera did to him, for sure.
No, of course not.
You know what, though? The more I learn about this Ford guy, the more he sounds to me like a real snake who preyed on vulnerable women.
And I messed up. Bad. And the only person that I can tell is you. And only because you can't hear me. So, the thing is Bobby, bro, man, it's me. And then you're in the hospital.
Hospital? Why?
Dude, somebody tried to kill you. You're the one who confessed.
Yeah. I'm the one who tried to kill Ford. I can't let you pay for something that I did.
So, what's with your bodyguard? I mean, he actually stopped me on my way in.
Sorry. Dorian thinks I need protection while I'm digging around for clues about my mother's death.
Clues?
I have reason to suspect that my mother didn't die of natural causes.
Oh my God.
Well, you know what? John is looking into it for me. So.
Well, have you found anything yet?
Well, nothing concrete. But in the meantime, Sean and I are stuck together like glue, which makes it a little difficult for me to get any closer to Reed.
It didn't look like you guys were having any trouble getting close at Nora's wedding.
You know what? We're getting to know each other. That's all.
Really, that's all?
Yes, I like him, okay? Which is why we're taking things slow.
Okay.
What about you? I saw you dancing with your handsome man.
And
it was great to see you so happy.
I am. You know, Brody and I are finally back together. We just picked up right where we left off.
That's great. That sounds so nice. No distractions. You know, no noisy neighbors or armed giants outside your door.
Oh, no. I guess it seems like things didn't go as well between you and Reed as you hoped.
You know what? I think we're talking about you and Brody.
You know, it's just that all this time that I spent pushing him away, I pushed him away for all those months because I was stuck in the past. It's like none of it ever happened.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Except I know that it did.
We checked out Langston.
And we have her signed confession.
So you have to formally arrest me and let Marco go, right?
Well, we want to make sure everything's in order first. Why don't you have a seat?
But I already told you everything.
Yeah. That you went back to Ford's apartment later that night. The two of you argued, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And during the course of that argument, you got angry. You picked up one of his awards and you struck him.
Yeah.
And Ford was facing you, right? When you hit him. When you picked up that award, you brought it over your head and you hit him on the right side. Is that what you said in your statement?
Yeah.
You said you kept hitting him. It was 5 times?
I can't remember exactly. I guess it was 5, yeah.
Well then, it looks like we have a little problem.
So, tried to kill me?
Yeah. You mean you don't remember any of it?
His monitor showed a spike in his heart rate.
He just woke up. That means he's gonna be okay, right?
If we proved that Hannah tried to kill Ford and lied about seeing you push Marty, then we would be able to clear 2 of Taya's clients.
Who's the other one?
She's representing Marco, too.
I guess that means that Cole's going to be the only one doing hard time, huh?
Dad?
Well,
Don't! Just because Cole and I are going through a hard time right now doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and let you trash him. Look, I'm going through a lot right now, and I've gotten more support from a total stranger than I have from my own father.
which total stranger?
That's not the point.
Well, you're my daughter. I don't want you talking to a stranger. Of course, if I had to choose between Cole and a total stranger,
I don't want to talk about Cole right now. I don't, okay? I need to focus on graduation and on my daughter, which you should be doing yourself.
I already graduated.
I'm talking about your daughter, Danny.
Well, I just want to concentrate on me right now, on clearing my name. That way I can be there for the kids who actually care if I live or die.
Hey, let's not jump to any conclusions, okay? Now, we've just recently started treatments. It can take a while to see positive results.
You don't have to soft pedal this. The treatments aren't working, right?
Taya, I know how frustrating this must be for you. But there's still a chance that we can shrink the size of this tumor with continued radiation. Right now is not the time to quit.
No, I am not quitting. I will do whatever it takes to get as much time with Daniela as possible.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear. So how is Danny handling things? You still haven't told her?
Greg, she had such a tough year last year. She is just starting to have a life. She has friends.
Look,
The last thing I want to do is weigh her down with this, okay?
Danielle needs to be prepared for whatever may happen.
Yeah.
Look, if you're that concerned, the counseling services for cancer patients and their families are excellent.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Dr. Evans. Okay. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I have an emergency.
No, I understand. Would it be okay if I just hung out here for a second? I promise not to redecorate your office like I did last time.
No, of course, of course. Take as much time as you like.
All right.
But I do want you to read this. I think it might help.
Thanks.
Of course. Hey.
Yeah.
I'll see you at our next appointment.
Thanks. Cancer. It's your journey. But you don't have to walk it alone.
Okay, truce. You don't want to talk about Cole. I don't want to talk about Danny either. What do you want for graduation?
Thanks, Dad, but no one can give me what I want.
How about a new car?
A new car? You just got me one for my 16th birthday.
This one's starting to get dirty. Let's get you a new one.
Dad, I don't need a fancy graduation present.
Tough luck. I'm going to get you one anyway. See you later.
Dad? I hope you find the answers that you're looking for.
Of course, no signal. Delgado, what are you doing to me?
Your instinct may be to spare your loved one's pain by choosing not to burden them with your diagnosis. But those who know you best will probably sense that something's wrong.
Okay, I hope you're ready to go home. You're already asleep. So much for Mommy getting work done during your nap time. Okay. No. Oh. Great.
People who love you want to help. You can ease your burden by sharing it with someone you trust. Someone you trust.
What the hell's the matter with you?
Darling, I was feeling very tense.
The operative word being feeling. Wait, no, that's not right.
Look, my shoulders were really tight, okay? And David was helping me.
Achieve serenity.
Yeah, what he said.
I cannot believe that I had to find out that you were back in town from Charlie. And now I find out you've been spending all of your time in flagrante au natural with Vicky.
Well, that's not all I was doing. I was drinking unblessed wine, smoking illegal cigars, and bathing my father in tomato juice. Oh, and did you hear? I got to perform the ceremony bonding Bo and Nora together in holy matrimony. But I gotta say, helping Vicky, that's been my favorite activity so far.
Okay, all I want to know is why you were so stressed out in the first place.
What, are you kidding? Well, let's take a look at this, shall we? It's called Charlieing.
Oh, oh my goodness. Vicky, are you so insecure? Why, these are promo shots for the Urban Renewal Center. Charlie and I are working.
Really? Tell me, what exactly are you promoting in this picture? Doesn't look to me like you're working. In fact, it looks a hell of a lot like you're about to kiss him.
See, the thing is, Langston, we arrested Marco on good evidence, and we can't just put someone else behind bars unless we can make it stick.
But you have my confession. It's right there.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call the commissioner. Brody, you want to pull the evidence file? You, just sit tight. We'll be back in a minute.
Langston didn't know which award Ford was clocked with. She also didn't know what angle or how many times. She's lying.
I know.
Which is why we're not going to call the commissioner on his honeymoon.
No. You know, look, I know they don't want to tell us the truth, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to lie to each other.
Marco, please say something.
You confessed.
Yeah. Even though we both know I didn't do it.
Let me see his numbers.
What's going on?
Welcome back, Mr. Ford. I'm Dr. Evans, and I'm going to run a few tests. Call the police. Detective John McBain wanted to know when this patient regained consciousness.
Right away.
Okay, I'm just going to run a quick examination here.
Excuse me. Have you seen this man?
Oh, that Jack! Oh, wow. I tell you, the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree.
It's apple, not acorn.
No one asked you. I cannot believe that imp sent you that photograph.
Well, he didn't. The tree did. Todd.
Oh, well, my point entirely. Todd will do anything, misrepresent the truth to get me in trouble.
And Todd will do anything to protect me.
Todd may have sent that picture, but he certainly didn't pose it. You look awfully chummy there with Charlie.
There's a perfectly good explanation for that picture.
Really? We're all ears.
All I'm saying is there was no kiss. And I swear on my life, I never had any intention whatsoever of kissing Dorian.
I know that, darling. I know that. Thank you.
What about you, Hot Lips? What's going through your mind?
Why'd you tell the police you tried to kill Ford if you didn't?
Isn't it obvious?
I didn't want you to go to prison.
So, when you're willing to go to prison instead? This is probably just your guilty conscience talking.
Marco, I will be sorry for the rest of my life for hurting you.
Marco just told us he didn't do it.
Then how'd he get Ford's blood on his shoes?
I don't want to talk about this right now.
Then when do you want to talk about it? You won't return my call.
Marco claimed he went back to Ford's apartment to confront him. The door was unlocked. He went inside and found him.
Maybe not never.
Why didn't he call 911?
I thought this guy was dead. You know, he knew how it would look. So he panicked.
You think he's telling the truth?
No matter how pissed off Marco is, there's no way he let Langston take the fall if he's guilty.
Look, I know that you're probably really mad at me and at Ford, so I understand how things might have gotten out of hand that night.
That son of a bitch got what he deserved.
It must have been so hard for Brody to watch me throw myself at Christian.
Brody knew you weren't being yourself. I mean, he had faith in you.
I don't know how.
Because you're worth it. Thank you very much.
I don't know. I just know I'm really, really lucky to have everything back. You know, Brody and Bree and Natalie and grown-up friends with grown-up conversation.
So what happened? I mean, did all your memories just come back just like that? Or?
Oh, kind of. I was with Brody at the prom, and I had this tiniest flash. It was me and Brody dancing when we were all alone at Rhodey's.
But that was it?
No, well, I didn't want to remember. And at first I thought it was because I didn't want to give up on Christian, but really it was because I didn't want to know what I had forgotten, which was that my biological father, Mitch Lawrence, wanted to have sex with me so I would have his child.
He is so sick.
So, my memory kind of retreated to a more innocent time, so because I couldn't deal with it.
I'm so sorry. No, I can't even imagine how difficult that was to remember something so awful so suddenly.
you know why you're here?
Someone tried to kill me, is that right?
Yeah, you suffered some serious blows to your head, which required surgery.
Am I gonna be all right?
Well, everything looks good, but I want to do another CT scan, just to get a clear picture.
What the hell's the matter with you? I got a headache. I'm taking something.
No, I mean, just a second. I mean, what are you doing about my case? Did you get my message?
Yes, about how you think that the girl who accused you of pushing Marty also tried to kill Ford.
What are you doing about it?
Well, whoa.
Hey, jackass, watch where you're going!
So anyway, about Ford.
Listen, I will pursue whatever angle I think will help my client. But in order to clear you, we need some proof.
Well, I've got people working on that.
Why does that make me nervous?
So all I'm hoping for right now is that Ford saw Hannah attacking.
Well, last I heard, Ford hadn't woken up from surgery yet.
Is that why you're here, to check up on him?
Yeah.
So I saw Danny today.
You did?
Yes, sir. And she wouldn't speak to me. Wouldn't even look at me. And you know what's curious? Everyone tells me, Todd, you gotta keep trying. Star tells me you gotta keep trying, and I think, I don't know, man. It's a lost cause to me. She's just... I'm never gonna have a relationship with
You
this
do
girl.
have to keep trying, Todd.
But she's made it abundantly clear to me that she's not interested in it. She doesn't need me at all.
She will.
Great. No signal. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay. Hope. Looks like I'm going to have to wake you up. We'll go inside and we'll get some help. Come on, honey. Hey! It's you! Boy, am I glad to see you. Do you have a second? Well, do you?
Did Marco just confess?
Look, I got no use for Ford. But you didn't have to confess for me.
It was the only way I could think of to help you.
Now, don't do me any favors, okay?
Do you know what's gonna happen to you?
Wait, you think I did this?
Didn't you?
I'm not saying I didn't want to hurt your boyfriend, but somebody else got there first.
Wait, what?
Langston, I'm innocent.
All right. Call the ADA covering for Nora. Tell them we're cutting Marco loose. McBain. He did? When? I'm on my way.
What I mean is that Danny needs her father right now. You know, she's dating boys. Did you know that?
So you think because I've done such a smash-up job with Star that I could show Danny the way too?
Please just don't give up on her, okay?
Well, as far as I can see it, the only way she'll let me be her father is if I am cleared of these charges, which means you have to get me off.
Don't I always?
I'm serious.
So am I. Trust me. Oh, excuse me. Yes? Are you serious? Oh, okay. I'll be right there. Looks like my caseload just got lighter. Marco's been cleared.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What's with the pills?
Excuse me?
The pills in your purse.
Since when has my purse been your business?
Since right now and all the time, because you're my lawyer. I mean, I need to know if you're on something, don't I?
On something?
I saw you popping pills when I stepped off the elevator, too.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time I've seen you either.
I have a headache, okay?
I didn't know aspirin came in bottles like that.
I have a migraine headache. Ever heard of it? I get one every time I have to defend you.
You're a lucky man. This could have been a lot worse.
My brother, James, he was right here. Where did he go?
How's your friend doing?
Huh?
The one that you said you were visiting in the hospital.
Oh yeah, he's better. You know what? I'm sorry. I am in a huge hurry. I've got to go.
Oh, well, I wouldn't even ask except for that. My car, it won't start, and my cell phone doesn't even get any signal.
Why don't you go back inside and call him?
I would hope sleeping in the car. Look, could you just go inside and call a mechanic? It won't take long. I have the number right here.
You know what? How about I do you one better? You know what? I work with cars, so why don't you pop the hood?
What? But are you sure? I mean, it would just be faster for you to go inside.
Yeah, you know, I hate hospitals, so let me see what I can do.
Jessica, this might sound crazy, but
I doubt that.
I think your story would be an amazing human interest piece.
In the Sun.
Yes, yes, okay? Think about it. A woman, okay, who was trapped in her past by an evil man, brought to her present by the love of a good one. I can see the headline.
What, unhinged heiress turns to terror teen?
No, I was thinking something more like love conquers all. Huh?
I don't know, Kelly.
Well, whatever you want.
Oh, no, it's not that. It's just, I finally got everything back, and I'm not sure I want to relive the reason why I lost it.
Of course. You know what? I'm not even thinking. I think I want to write about something that has a nice and happy ending. I mean, this whole Robert Ford story is so grisly.
Stay away from me! Get away from me! Get away!
Jessica? Is something wrong?
Yeah, there is something wrong. The night that I got my memory back, something happened.
What? Jessica, what happened?
Is anyone here seriously suggesting that I would force a kiss on Charlie? Really, what kind of woman do you think I am?
Do you want us all to take turns, or should we just shout out at once?
At least I don't give naked massages. Charlie, if you think what we walked in on is innocent, I know someone who has a bridge to sell you.
Sweetheart, despite what David would have you believe, there is absolutely nothing going on between David and me.
Don't you call that nothing?
I am not exactly crazy about having a half-naked guy hanging around with his hands all over my wife, but no, I do trust you. Mm-hmm. And I hope that you know that I'm telling you the truth about Dorian and me.
Oh, I do, honey. I know that you are telling the truth.
Well, my duties as mayor are calling me. Excuse me, everyone. I'll see you, Charlie, back at the office. Pardonnez-moi.
I trust Charlie. I don't trust you farther than I can throw you, which is not very far. And I am warning you, lady, Charlie is my husband, and you cannot have him.
You see, Brody always thought that if I was to remember what Mitch tried to do to me, then everything else would just kind of fall into place.
I'm sure he was right.
And before I remembered, he told me. He didn't mean to. He was just really frustrated.
He must have been pretty desperate.
But I got really angry, Kelly. And I told him that I never wanted to see him again, and I really meant it. But then I went...
Sorry. You know what? I have to get this. Hey, I'll be right with you.
What? You work for me, Kramer.
Jessica, I don't think you need to worry about Brody anymore. When it's all said and done, it looks to me like you have a happy ending to your story.
I guess you're right. That's what's important, right?
Yeah, you bet. I guess I should see what your uncle wants.
Oh, I almost forgot. That's why I came here in the first place. I wanted to speak to Uncle Todd to see if I can get my reporter job back. Can you ask him if that's possible?
I don't have to ask him anything. Todd, Jessica's gonna work for us again.
She is?
She is.
Okay, great.
You can start tomorrow.
Thanks.
What's up?
Don't ever keep me on hold again.
Was it really that important?
If I have something to say, it's important. I need you to hold the presses. We've got a new angle on the Robert Ford story.
The ADA filled me in. My client is innocent. I want him released immediately.
No problem, Counselor. We just have to wrap up the paperwork and Marco will be free to go.
Thank you so much. Marco, I'll go see if I can speed this along.
Am I under arrest?
Lexi didn't do it. She was protecting me.
However, I can still hold her on obstruction of justice. Lucky for you, John's in a generous mood. He's not that interested in who didn't try to kill Ford. He'd rather figure out who did.
There's no indication Mr. Ford suffered any permanent brain damage, but he's still pretty weak.
There's no reason why he shouldn't be able to tell us what happened.
No medical reasons, no. But the mind responds to trauma in very different ways. Now, I can't promise that he'll be able to recall the events that led him here.
Thanks, Doc. Robert Ford, Detective McBain. Here to ask you a few questions.
This is so great of you.
Oh, it's no big deal, really.
No, I have to repay you for your trouble. I mean, you were heading somewhere.
No, don't worry about it. Seriously, I haven't even fixed the car yet.
Okay, well, at least let me borrow your cell phone.
Okay, sure. But if you didn't get signal, I probably don't either.
Well, I'm not making a call, actually. I'm gonna put in my number. This way you can call me if I can ever repay you a favor.
Thanks. Just slip it in my pocket. All right. That should do it. Let's give it a try. All right, you can shut the hood.
Vicky, I need to remind you that you gave your blessing to Charlie working for me.
Yeah, and I said I wouldn't do it if it bothered my wife.
And I told you that it did bother me, because I don't trust you, Dorian.
Well, get over yourself, Vicky. This urban renewal project is important for all of Landview. Far more important than your petty little issues with me.
I know exactly how important the project is, which is why ultimately I was fine with Charlie working for you. Just as I'm sure you're fine with David working for me.
I am?
Yes. You need a job, don't you? Fine, you got one. You're hired.
Dr. Evans, I've scheduled Miss Delgado's next appointment.
Great. Make sure she gets a reminder call.
Paperwork's all set, Marco. You're officially a free man. Ready to go?
I'm more than ready.
Come on.
Marco.
We have nothing more to say to each other. We're done.
I need you to think back to the night you were attacked. Do you remember who did this to you?
All right, is Briggs there? Okay, well, you need to tell him I have a new headline for the next edition. All right.
What's up?
Todd just told me they released Marco Rivera. He didn't do it. What do you think?
Great.
The one thing Todd is good at, headlines.
So do they have any more suspects?
Doesn't sound like it. As far as I know, the case is still wide open. The person who tried to kill Ford is still out there.
Oh my God, Kelly. I think I know who it was.
Oh, you got it started. Thank you so much.
Start, get in the car.
What are you doing? You're in the driver's seat. I gotta get in there first.
Just get in the car now, come on!